Hey book besties, I'm Haley.
And I'm McCayleigh. Welcome back to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist.
Season 2 is here and we're messier, moodier, and more obsessed with fictional men than ever.
Expect chaos and all the twists your TBR can handle.
Let's get plot twisty!
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist.
Today, we are doing a quick recap of Quicksilver by Callie Hart before Brimstone releases. So we won't be talking about every little moment, but we will chat about all the big moments. And then at the end of this episode, we're going to share some of our wild theories for Brimstone.
I personally loved Quicksilver, but Haley, not so much.
Guys, I know, but I am still excited to see what happens in Brimstone. I want to know what happens to our girl Saeris, so I'm ready for it.
Yes, let's jump in.
Okay, guys, so Quicksilver starts. We open on the desert city of Zilin, where water is extremely rare. Enter Saeris, a scrappy thief, big sister, and generally someone who does not trust easily. But then, plot twist, she pulls a sword out of the ground and turns the floor into basically silver soup and accidentally summons death. And not just any death, Kingfisher, who is brooding, immortal, and of course, hot.
Saeris wakes up in a snow-covered palace, meets Everlane, Kingfisher's sister, and starts discovering she might be something more than just human. Her connection to metal is weirdly powerful, maybe even alchemical, and she's about to get dragged into magic bigger than anything she's ever seen.
Meanwhile, Kingfisher trains her in his own charming style. We have a sarcastic fox named Onyx, and also we have a magical contract between Saeris and Kingfisher, where Saeris wants Kingfisher to go back and get her brother Hayden, and now Saeris is officially the center of everybody's problems.
Just when she thinks she's got a plan, Carrion, her chaotic ex, shows up, and magic contracts don't read last names, so chaos.
So after the chaos with Carrion and the magical contract loophole, Saeris and her crew, we have Kingfisher, Everlane, Wren, and of course Onyx, set out on their destination of Kish, which is Kingfisher's gloomy little corner of the Fae realm.
And Kish. Wow. Picture a burned out, war-torn wasteland crawling with vampires and cursed weapons.
And meanwhile, Kingfisher's not in the best shape. His quicksilver poisoning is getting worse, silver threads in his eyes literally coming apart at the magical seams. Saeris is trying to tolerate him, but broody energy is hard to ignore.
Things get real when they discover something huge. Saeris and Kingfisher are fated mates. Ta-da! Naturally, neither of them reacts with calm grace. Cue dramatic slipping away, sarcastic commentary from Carrion, and more tension than ever.
They eventually sleep together, and yes, it's emotional, competitive, messy, and very much romantic. But the morning after, Kingfisher disappears, leaving a cryptic note about fate, sacrifice, and rescuing his sister Everlane. Basically, he's planning to die.
But Saeris isn't having that. She grabs her sword, her chaotic box, Carrion, and Kingfisher's loyal ally, Lorth, and storms into Gilthry, the cursed city he's disappeared into. Nightmare fuel doesn't even begin to cover it. Ruined buildings, vampire smoke, and the overwhelming sense that you're about to die horribly.
The Quicksilver talks to Saeris now, helping her forge a legendary sword for Lorth, and she realizes she's basically the forbidden magic incarnate. Gods are watching her, and she's realizing that this isn't just about rescuing Kingfisher. She's a key piece in some ancient mess with undead armies, magical bloodlines, and some very poorly communicating gods.
Then, the final showdown. Malcolm, the ancient vampire king, is revealed to be part of the same crazy royal family feud as Queen Madra and King Belicon. Saeris fights, stabs, gets stabbed, and yes, she dies. Like, actually dies. Like, all right.
But right, here's the twist. She wakes up somewhere new in Xerath's living room. Xerath, the god of chaos, has been watching her the whole time and resurrects her because he's obsessed with finding out what she's going to do next. Basically, we learned that Saeris is now part Fae, part vampire, and part prophecy breaker. And that was our really quick Quicksilver breakdown.
Yes.
Didn't hit everything, but I think we hit all of
the
big
major
moments.
plot points. Yeah. And now some theories. Do you have any theories about the next book?
Theories. I think McCayleigh and I are pretty much on the same page with our theories. But one big one that I'm really curious about, and I think that it's definitely going to play some type of part in Brimstone, is that we learn at the end of Quicksilver that Saeris is now half fae, half vampire, and I'm wondering if she has mated to Callie as well as Kingfisher. I don't see Kingfisher sharing, but I think that it's something that will definitely be brought up because we learn in Quicksilver that once you get turned into a vampire, you have this sort of
Sire bond.
romance. Yeah, you have exactly. That's a good way of explaining it. Sire bond with the person who turned you. So definitely interesting. And also at the end of Quicksilver, I remember this is when we first read it, that the way that Callie was just looking at Saeris and the way that the description around the last chapter there, it's definitely something that will play a part.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The way they interacted was strange.
Yeah,
I remember
exactly.
being like, okay, there's obviously something about to happen. So there's that. And also, I do think that this new hybrid form that Saeris has, or whatever God's blessed thing that just resurrected her.
Yeah.
I feel like she's going to have the ability to have kids now. So I
Yeah.
think that'll be like a big surprise, whether it's in book 2 or way further down the line. I don't even know how many books are planned in the series.
Neither.
But eventually, I think it's going to happen. And then Haley reminded me that in our last Quicksilver recap episode, I had mentioned that Ren was too good to be true, too nice of a guy. He's got something up his sleeve, is what I had originally thought. So I'm gonna trust my past self back to that episode. I'm gonna rely on that theory here. I'm gonna take it to this episode as well. So
Yeah.
I feel like there's gonna be like some betrayal arc or something.
Yeah, I agree. Someone's gonna betray us somewhere.
Yeah.
But going back to the bit you said about sterilization, so something I'd mentioned in our previous Quicksilver episode was that at the beginning of Quicksilver, Saeris is stabbed in the abdomen, and then she's also stabbed in the abdomen at the end of the book. And so I think that that is just it's too similar.
Yeah.
Obviously, this has been done for a reason, and just like you said, I think whenever the gods, Zareth, brought her back to this Fey realm, that I think that he did something, and I think she'll probably be able to have children now.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It's just like too good to be coincidental.
There's gonna be 3 books in this series. What? That's not the right Quicksilver. Oh no, yeah, 3-book trilogy. And 2 additional spin-off books about side characters. So
Ooh,
5
Carrion.
books. Yeah, I know. Carrion probably. Everlane. And I think that from what I've seen online, Carrion plays a bigger role in this book. So we'll see.
Good. Yay.
Love him.
So Haley, the initial review you had after reading Quicksilver for the very first time, what was it? Can you give us a reminder? Because I know you didn't like it as much as I did.
I think I rated this one 3 or 3.5 stars. And that's still a good review. And I think I talked about this in our last episode.
Yeah.
I was like, that's still good. Don't come for me. But I just had a lot of trouble with how familiar the story was. I feel like if I had read Quicksilver maybe 2 years ago or even a year ago, I would have ate it up and loved it. But since then, I've read so many romantic-y books that are like so cookie cutter, just like Quicksilver, that I'm kind of tired at it at this point. And I don't want that anymore. I want something different. And so I don't know. And I also, all of the plot twists, like finding out that Carrion is a part of this world, I caught that from a mile away. I knew exactly what was going to happen. Like, I think like 20 or 25% to Quicksilver. I was like, well, they're going to be fated mates. This guy Carrion is going to be a part of this world, and bing, bang, boom. But I don't know. I mean, I'm still excited for Brimstone. Like, don't get me wrong. But I've seen this story been told a million times before, and I'm kind of tired of it. I'm tired of the whole fated mates thing. I want people to fall in love with each other because they love each other, not because they have this sort of fated connection. I want them to make that connection on their own. So,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot, but that's
Well, I
I
mean,
know
it
you
makes
loved it.
sense. I do. I did love it. I also haven't read as nearly as many books as you have, so you do have a a
Thank you.
deeper understanding of the plots, especially in like romantasy genres. They do tend to become cookie cutter, and especially I
Yeah.
also think it's agents and publishing markets. That's what's selling right now. So I get it. I'm
100%.
like,
Yeah.
most of the romantasy market will be similar plot lines
Yeah.
in structure like that, so I understand. But my review still was 5 stars. Kingfisher Shadow Zaddy has my heart and soul. We will get married and we will have babies. So that was my review because I
Watch
think they're
out,
funny.
Christian. Oh my gosh.
My fictional children. I got my real world and my fictional. So, yes, I loved the book.
Yeah.
I was absolutely obsessed with the Kingfisher character, even more so than like Rhysand. I don't know. It was just like the feralness
Yeah.
behind the character.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he's like got something wrong with him. Let's go. I can fix him. I can fix him.
Aw.
But with all of that said, his audiobook narrator for
yeah.
Kingfisher did an excellent job.
Yeah.
And the audiobook narrator is also the same narrator for Rhysand in
Mhm.
graphic audio,
Yeah.
which is really,
And they
really
do a
awesome.
lot of really popular books, so
Yeah.
he's on it.
Yep.
Love him. Yeah.
Anthony Palmini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony, we love your voice.
Oh my gosh. But yes, and even the voice actor for Saeris did a really good job too
Yeah,
for the
she
graphic
did.
audio production. But yes, I love it. I love their
Yeah,
work,
and also,
I'm ready to
like,
see it again.
the Anthony who voiced Kingfisher, he also voiced all of just, like, the other male characters. So there was this one character who I thought was so funny, and I can't remember what its name was because it's been so long since I read it, but there was, like, this little helper servant.
Was it like
Hopefully I'm
Franklin or
remembering it right.
something? Andrew? I don't
Maybe?
know. It was like something
And the voice was
basic-ish.
just, like, high-pitched and so funny, and it was exactly how I pictured it when I was dual reading it, and so,
Yeah. I think
Anthony, you did great.
it was the character that was outside the bedroom door
Yes,
listening to
that's it.
them have sex.
He was like, "Do you guys need help?"
That's funny.
Oh my
I'm sure they had
gosh.
so much fun recording that.
Yes.
Wow. So let's go ahead and just recap too your favorite characters. Who were they and
Oh
why?
my gosh. I think trying to remember, I didn't love the two main characters, Sarah or Kingfisher. I mean, Saris was just annoying, and she thought the world revolved around her, and I did not like that. Kingfisher, he's this hot, brooding guy, but I was just like, what else is there to you? I need something else to hold on to, and I am glad that he's helping out his people, and I don't know. I'm tired of this type of male character. I need something different. And here is a character who's different. We have Carrion, and Carrion was sort of the funny guy, and I kind of like that in books. I love that. So it's kind of, he reminded me a lot of Riddick in the Fourth Wing series.
Yeah.
So he was really funny. He is also just so likable. And then two others I really liked. I liked Lorith. He was just like, again, funny, chill guy. And I think that he was the one who sang that song. I think it was him.
I think it was
that
him.
was cute. I also liked Ren, which I know that you think that he's gonna betray us, but I hope not. And again, I loved the audiobook accent. He gave him like cute little, I think Irish or Scottish accent. I think I'm remembering right. So just chill guys. Like it. Who did you like?
Well, first time we did this, I said Kingfisher, Kingfisher, Kingfisher. But I, of course, loved Kingfisher, but I also loved Carrion and Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
Ren did not make my list because I am sus. He's too good to be true. But I had also mentioned this prior in some other episode we recorded. But Carrion reminds me of these Atomi, I don't know how you pronounce it. Little Japanese, Chinese games I would play on my phone where you get to pick your boyfriend, like, out of the 6. Like, if it were a boy band, you get to, like, pick one. Carrion is, like, the one I would go for. Like, that personality, the funny one, not the leader. No. Not the perfect one at the front. It would always be the funny one. And that was definitely I get those vibes from Karen.
Yeah.
Junior high me would be all over that. But yes, I think it's just so sweet that Lorith too is alive only because of Kingfisher.
Yeah.
And I remember reading that for the first time, like, oh, the lore is so good here. It's like so strong. So I really like it. I like those characters and I like the bonds between them.
And it's interesting, neither of us picked the main female character.
I know.
Saeris, neither of us loved you.
Hey, if we had a perfect main character though, then the story would be so boring. I think. And I mean, I think a main character with flaws like this one makes the story work.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I get that.
Not my top 3. Maybe she'll come forth to make the top 3.
We'll see what will happen in Brimstone. So before we go, I do want to touch on this little story I have for you guys just a little bit. But there are these people who we follow on social media, and we just enjoyed these ladies' work and everything like that. And anyways, we're talking about Quicksilver, and I had said that McCayleigh and I had totally different views, but it's good because we can both respect each other's views on if someone loved it and someone didn't like it, we get it. Like, we're not going to argue with each other. And these people were like, well, we see that when people don't like Quicksilver and they don't like it, they tend to just don't think about the world, and they don't want to have to take the time to think about things and to think about the world building. And they're just people who don't like fantasy, basically, is what they were saying. And I was like,
God, do you know who you're talking to?
I said, okay. I was like, I guess I don't think about things, and I don't know.
But
yeah, they said that. And I was like,
okay. Crazy. And Haley's read every fantasy book, like, probably out there. If it has romance and fantasy and an epic adventure, Haley's already got it on her TBR.
I was just like, come on. Like, and they probably didn't mean it in that way, but that's exactly what they said. They said, we see that people who don't like it tend to just don't think about worlds and don't enjoy world building within fantasy books. And I was like, okay.
You're talking to the wrong person. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, that is a wrap on our Quicksilver recap episode.
Yes, I loved it, and I cannot wait to see what happens in Brimstone.
Yes, guys, our Brimstone episode is going to drop December 4th, and we have such a huge, super special guest, and all of our audiobook girlies will immediately know who it is.
Yes, and if you want our initial reactions to Quicksilver, check out our episode from a few months back.
Yes, guys, we'll be back Thursday with another episode, and you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Haley's.books.
And you can follow me on Instagram at McCayleigh Daniels.
See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.